I hit 50,000 in the manuscript last night. I forgot to update you guys. I'm officially on chapter 19 at 50,705 words. So, I feel so good about that. I do have quite a lot left to do, and I talked to my editor. The book 2 is coming back to me on September 1st, which is next Thursday. So I have about a week until I have to be done with this book. It's just more like, I mean, maybe I don't have to have it done. My plan was to send book 1 to her, you know, for developmental edits when I got book 2 back. Book 3. I meant book 3. My plan was to send book 3 to her when I got book 2 back. But this definitely is going to need some work. So I'm hoping maybe by the end of September, I probably will have to, hang on, my mother is calling me. Anyway, whoops, what was I saying? I think I'm going to have to, well, I don't have, okay, so here's my timeline as it stands right now. Book 2 is getting published October 25th. That is the date I set for the pre-order, so I have to keep to that date. So book 2 obviously takes priority. And I have a month and a half, almost 2 months. Well, no, I would say a month and a half to finish copy edits, proofread, and then finalize everything. A month and a half, because I give like 2 weeks-ish for arcs. Also, I think I figured out the solve for my dilemma. I remembered I did this once before, but I said if anybody were to find a typo in the manuscript, they can send it to me, and I would put them in like the drawing, in this drawing for a Amazon gift card. So I think that's what I'm going to do again. If they find the typo, each typo they find is like an entry for their name. So that way, like, you know, there's a giveaway. So I think that's what I'm going to do, and try to see if I can find like a proofreading team that I can form, and do it that way as well. It's just so hard. We talked about typos, but like they sneak through and it drives me bonkers, and they're always going to sneak through no matter how many people you have read it, but obviously the more eyes you do have, the less typos, you know, ideally is what there would be. But anyway, I have a month and a half to finish book 2. And then book 3 is actually not going to be coming out until January. So I do have time for book 3, but I really would like to have the developmental edits done by October, not done, like send them off by October. That would be ideal. But then again, I'd have to be juggling book 1, book 2, and book 3 at the same time. So I'd be juggling book 3. Nah, I'd be juggling Dreaming About the Boy Next Door's copy edits, as well as the second draft of book 3, which may or may not be too difficult. I don't know. It sounds really hard when I'm saying it out loud. I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about like my writing schedule, and I got a few questions about like why I'm not taking a break between these books, like why I'm fast releasing it, and do I ever take breaks and things like that. So I want to sit down and kind of like talk about that, my thought process behind that. But not now, because I have reading to do. I have 200 pages left of this client work to start, and I feel really good about like getting that started. I'm gonna go. I have like I said, I have 200 pages to read, and then oh my gosh, you guys, I'm watching Doom at Your Service. It's a K-drama. I think it's in my top 3. It's so good. I have 1 episode left, and I literally started it. I don't know. In my last vlog, I had a clip when I was watching the first episode. I have 1 episode left, and I think it's in my top 3. It's been a long time since I found a K-drama that, like, got me. This one got me. I definitely think it's in my top 3. I only have 2 5-star K-dramas that I have. Obviously, Crash Landing on You, and I go back and forth between whether or not this really should be a 5-star or not, but Snowdrop. The thing is, I think the romance is 5-star, but I don't love the politics in it. Like, I don't love the, whenever we're apart from the love interest and stuff, I'm kind of bored. But I do feel like the love makes up for those parts. And so that's a 5-star. But like sometimes I'm like, it probably should be 4-star, but it's fine. That's my other 5-star. I think this one is a 5-star. And I think it's above Snowdrop. It's so good. Nothing can beat Crash Landing on You, of course. But I think this is so good. The amount of times I've cried, kind of ridiculous. Okay, I think we have enough shots. Let's go edit them and charge the battery because it's about to die. Oh my gosh, I just had like the world's biggest mini heart attack. Oh my gosh, like I feel like I am still coming down off of the, I swear. So, let me explain what happened and why I'm freaking out. But it's okay. Everything's fine. Everything's cool. But the panic was real for a good, I don't know, how many seconds. So, when I ran out of stock for Teaching the Teacher's Pet, I ordered some copies from Ingram Spark. You know, that was my plan to like use those. But then I'm like, okay, Ingram Spark is taking forever to ship. So once the paperback of Teaching the Teacher's Pet on Amazon went live, I just ordered it through there and got the books. So the books today finally arrived, and I'm like, cool, I have 4 copies now of Teaching the Teacher's Pet. Before I was sold out. Oh my gosh, I'm still frantic. And I was just looking at it, I'm like, cool, this is cool. We got the book, and I just flipped open to the random page, and this is what greets me. That chapter header is not right. Why is that my chapter? Why is my chapter header like that? Because I know this chapter header is from a draft that is not done. It is not a finished draft. Do I have a book in here? I don't know if I do. I might. Hang on. There's a book on my desk. Let's see if it is the correct one. Yes. Okay. So the chapter header is supposed to look like that. All right. So panic ensues. I said, "Oh my gosh, did the wrong file get sent to readers?" I was about to lose my mind. Oh my god. So I ran over to Ingram Spark. I checked my order. I forgot, friends. I forgot that I had made. Well, I remembered this, but I made 2 versions of Teaching the Teacher's Pet on Ingram. Let me show you. Because my intention was to set up the book, not send it off to pre-order just yet, but still get a copy. And initially, I didn't use a I just said keep it personal, so I didn't want to distribute it. And since I did keep it personal on Ingram Spark, they couldn't distribute it ever, so I had to do another version of Teaching the Teacher's Pet with an ISBN instead of an SKU. So that's why there's 2 versions. So when I placed my order for there's only 2, but 4 paperback copies of Teaching the Teacher's Pet, I accidentally ordered the SKU version, not the correct ISBN version. So this, thank the Lord, baby Jesus, is not what got sent to readers. Oh my gosh, it was panic, absolute panic. I'm like, people who pre-ordered. We had how many pre-orders of the paperbacks? We had 64 paperback pre-orders. And I'm like, 64 people? Did 64 people get the incorrect copy? But no, thank God. Thank God. Whew, whew. It's like ice water in my veins. It was like totally a book moment where people are like, oh my gosh, my heart stopped. I had ice water run. It was exactly that. It was exactly that. Okay. Woo! 5 years of my life. Gone. I also now have 4 copies of Teaching the Teacher's Pet that are useless. So, do I just throw them out? Okay. Hi. Sad day though. I think some of my lights are dying. Not those ones. Over there somewhere. I think some of them are dying, and it's a pain in the booty to try and string them back up. We're gonna talk about why I don't take breaks between projects, which is a kind of misleading statement to begin with, because I do take projects. I do take breaks. Everybody takes breaks. My breaks just look a little bit different, and let's talk about why. I feel like I've said this before at some time or another, but it's been a while, and so like if you have not been watching the vlogs, is this like really too bright right now? I look very pale. No, that feels too dark. We'll fix it in post. So if you have been watching the vlogs, you'll know that I kind of go from project to project. That's like how I do. That is just what I want to do. I don't ever stop writing, like force myself to take breaks if I don't want to. So if I finish book 2 and immediately jump into book 3 editing, I do that if I want to. If I don't want to take a break, I don't. If I want to take a week off, I do. It's kind of like that. Because for me, this is my job. I am working to make this my full-time job. In a full-time job, you do go from project to project. You don't ever take like a week off in between projects. This is a little bit different because this is like the creativity side of your brain, so you really don't want to burn out. That's why I do take breaks when I feel like they're necessary. But if I am still feeling creatively okay and charged and fine, I don't really take breaks. I think I took a month break once. I forced myself to take a month break once because I kind of could feel a little bit burnt out, but I don't force myself to do it unless I feel like it is necessary, because when I take breaks, sometimes it makes me like, it trains my brain to enjoy such a long period off. I remember when I came back from that month, I had a hard time getting back into it because I had been so used to, for a month, doing nothing, you know? So it was hard to retrain my brain to get back into writer mode and task mode and get it done mode and stuff. And since I am treating this more as a job than a hobby, like this is my source of income, you know, I think it's good for me personally to kind of stay on track with that and, you know, keep going at my pace, what works for me. Obviously, it's not going to work for everybody. Everybody's pace is different. Everybody's life is different. I've said it before, but I think it's kind of obvious. I live at home. I have my normal bills to pay, but I don't have kids. You know, I don't have a husband. I don't have any of that would kind of cause extra stress and extra like stuff. I don't have a mortgage. I do have rent, but like I said, it's just different. So my life is going to be a little bit different than everybody else's life. Everybody else's life is different than everybody else's life. You know, nobody has the same life. And this works for me, kind of just going back to back from project to project because I get stuff done. I don't think my writing suffers because of it. You know, people may argue that, but you know, it's whatever. That's not the argument I want to get into right now. It's just that's why I am kind of not taking breaks. I have been getting questions like, oh my gosh, you never slow down, you never take breaks. But yeah, that's why. And I don't know. It's hard to like talk about the subject without getting into the whole quality, you know, versus time spent argument, which I don't want to do. I don't want to get into it again. I've talked about it before. The amount of time you spend on a book doesn't always dictate what the kind of quality it is, you know. But I will definitely take a break when I feel like it's necessary. And I'm not writing every day. I'm definitely not writing every day. And the days I do write, some days I only write like 500 words. Some days I write 5,000. That's like few and far between lately. But I definitely don't write every day. So it's not like I'm writing 7 days a week, 24/7, you know, burning myself out that way. I probably sit down and write 4 days out of the week maybe, and I have client work on the other days, so like it's a nice balance. It's not like I'm doing something so hardcore and stuff. So for me it works. That's my method of well, this is a good clip to end off on. Thank you guys so much for watching today. If you have not read Teaching the Teacher's Pet yet, it's right here. Right here, this is a cover. Look at that. It's calling to you. It's calling your name. It's over on Amazon in an ebook, audiobook, paperback, and it's in Kindle Unlimited. And we are right now 2 reviews away from 40 reviews. So if you guys have read it and you haven't left your review yet on Amazon, please, please, please go leave your review. Go leave a rating. Either one of them helps. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Sarah Sutton. I'm an indie author of 7 young adult romance books, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!